Hello! I think this is my final video about linear graphs, linear functions. Anyway, this exercise or this part is related of how to find the gradient given 2 points or a line like this. So remember that the gradient is a measure of the steepness of my line. So in general terms, we can define the gradient as the change in y divided by the change in x. That's the definition of the gradient. So if I give you a graph like this one with 2 straight points very well defined, what is this point? Well, it's evident that it's minus 1, 1. What is this point? It's 1, 2. So having these 2 points, I can find the value of my gradient, the gradient of this line. So what was the change in y for these 2 points? Let's see. To go from here to here, the change in y was 1 unit. So I can put it like that, m equals 1 divided by, what was the change in x that is in the horizontal part from here to here? That was 2 units. So it's 1/2. So my gradient is 1/2. However, I think we need a more mechanic process so that you don't have to think so much or have the graph to find the gradient. So the process is very simple. What we do is that we subtract the corresponding coordinates, that is the y coordinate and the x coordinate. For example, to find the gradient of this, what we do, and I'm going to put this in other words, m equals y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Let me erase this and I'll show you how to do it. y2 minus y1, we have 2 points. Let's say this and this. This is going to be my point number 1, this is going to be my point number 2. And then I go, y2 minus y1. This is y2, this is y1. Come on, remember that every coordinate has x and y. For example, here x is 1 and y is 2. Here x is minus 1 and y is 1. So to find the gradient, what we do is that we subtract first of all the values of y. That is 2 minus 1. I'm going to put it here, 2 minus 1 divided by 1 minus minus 1. That is 1 minus minus 1. If I simplify this more, what I'm going to have is 2 minus 1 is 1, and 1 minus minus 1 is going to be 1 plus 1, because negative turns into positive. You have to have very clear in this stage. So this would be 1 divided by 2, and as you see, I got the same answer. So again, as a conclusion, whenever you're given 2 points, it's very simple to find the gradient. And before finishing, I want to do another example. Let's suppose that you're not given the graph, but you're given 2 coordinates. Let's say 1, 3 and 3, let's say 8. They're telling you that the line passes through these 2 points, so you need to find the gradient. How do you do that? Well, the process is the same. M, that is our gradient, would be equals to, remember, this is point 1, this is point 2, and this is x and this is y. This is x and this is y. So it's 8 minus 3 divided by 3 minus 1. 8 minus 3 is 5, 3 minus 1 is 2. My gradient is 5/2, or I can put it in decimal form, is 2.5. Is there any question about this? Well, I think it's very clear. Whenever you're given 2 points, it's very simple to find the gradient. Keep on practicing, keep on learning. That's it. Bye-bye.